What's up, guys? This is Titan Lifestyle. This is Big Dru. I'm in the lab in the Titan Lounge, getting ready to get this show started once again. This is Titan Lifestyle. I do this every week. Sometimes John's with me. He had to take care of some business today, so I'm going to hold it down by myself. What I do during Titan Lifestyle with Big Dru, me, Big Dru, I talk about Titan events. I talk about therapy of the week. Titan Medical usually highlights one therapy every week. So I'll talk about that a little bit, what it does, how it benefits people, if I've used it before. And then I'm going to get into maybe a couple topics. And as always, Q&A. That's my favorite part of the show, Q&A. That's what the show is really all about. It's touching base with the audience, with the patients. So if you guys and girls have any questions while you're watching, just send a message. It'll come across one of the monitors in front of me, and I'll get back to it as soon as I can. But yeah, this is Titan Lifestyle. You can tune in on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and also the podcast. So if you have an iPad or you have even a regular Android phone, if you go to Google search and hit Titan Medical with Big Dru podcast, all the shows will come up. Again, like I've said before, I've probably done close to 300 shows. I do them once a week, so you can do the math on that. So I've been doing this a while, but I love it. It's what I do, and I'm here every week for you guys. Rain, sun, or shine. Only missed a couple shows in about 300 episodes, but again, this is what I'm all about. That's why I wear Titan every day. And I am 100% Team Titan. But yeah, let's see if we have any viewers on right now, any questions on the StreamYard right now. Don't have any right now. Real quick, the blood work special is still effective. We extended it out past the new year. So it's good today. Guys, girls, if you want blood work, it's only $130 for males, $200 for females. Normally, I think males is like $200 and females is more than that too. So again, so if you need blood work, hit up Titan Medical. I know they're running a sale on it right now, special on it. And I know today's the last day you can get it. And again, they also let me know that you could pay for it now and get your blood work later. It's not something you have to do right away. So if you want to save some money, whether you're a guy and you save $70 or a female and you save $100, you can pay for it right now. Then just whenever you get to it, get to it. I recommend getting it to it as quick as you can, just so you can know where you're at. But then again, I mean, people got stuff. They got stuff to do their traveling. So if you want to call over the phone, take care of it. I know they could get it done. So you can come back and get it done. And again, when you guys get your blood work done through Titan Medical, you don't necessarily go to the office and get it done there. I know they do prescribe. I know they do in-house blood work. But again, I know Titan Service is nationwide, so all 50 states. So anybody across the whole U.S., there was one state we're having issues with, which was Idaho. But again, that is good now. So where it is, we can go literally all U.S. states. So basically what you would do to get your blood, you would just call the line, 727-389-3220. Just tell them you want your blood work done. Male or female. You're going to do a full panel blood work. We're going to test a lot of things that other places don't test. So again, if you don't know what the full panel is, just ask when you call, what is the full panel? They can give you a list. They can email you a full list. I mean, everything from hemoglobin to testosterone, free testosterone, your estrogen levels, your kidney function, everything's on there. So it's not just about in the fitness industry and bodybuilding. Even if you're just a regular person, it doesn't work out. Not even fitness isn't your thing. It's always good to make sure you get your blood work done just to see where you're at. Blood work's like the diagnostics for your body. You know, if you go to a car place, they plug it into the machine, the computer tells it what's wrong, kind of like blood work for your body. You know, now if you hear a noise in your car and you're driving, you may say, "Oh, that sound." You may Google search the sound of your car, and it may say this is what it is, so you misdiagnose it. The same thing happens with your body. You may have a headache and say, "Oh, that's my blood pressure." You may misdiagnose it, but the only way to tell other symptoms, whether it's estrogen, testosterone, anything, is the blood work. So again, you may feel great and your blood work may be off as well. That's another thing. A lot of times we'll see people, I feel great, I look great, my skin's great, I don't have any inflammation, I feel awesome, this, that. They get the blood work, it may be bad. So again, you can't just go off of how you feel. The only way is to know is to get that blood work done. And again, today is the last day. So I believe up until 6 p.m. It could go later than 6 p.m. I'm not sure if they're going to do the whole 12 o'clock thing because it's officially the same day. But I know if you want to get it done, call the number 727-389-3220. Let them know Big Dru sent you, and you will get a discount. See if we got anybody on right here. Not too many people on right now. Again, it's Friday midday. I know people are still at work. What happens is I always do the show. Then after the show, I go into my whether it's DMs or Messenger, and I have a slew of messages. So it seems as though people are they're watching the show. They may just not get to it live. But again, as long as you're watching, that's all that matters. But again, today I'm highlighting today mainly on blood work. Again, if you're just tuning in, I'm gonna keep saying it over and over again throughout the show. Today is the last day for the blood work special, male and female. So jump on that as quick as you can. You can buy two, you can buy three. You can buy gift cards. I know Titan Medical has gift cards as well. So you could, you want to buy some $100, $400, $500, $50, whatever it is. If you want to get a gift card, you can get that, and they could apply those gift cards directly for the blood work as well. I believe. I'm not 100%. I believe. Now, in terms of blood work, why do people need blood tests, or what is even done in the blood tests? Um, Now, basic metabolic panel usually checks for levels of 8 compounds in the blood. Those could be calcium, glucose, sodium, potassium, um, chloride, blood, nitrogen, creatinine. I'm always having trouble with that word. But there's a whole bunch of different panels. A comprehensive metabolic panel. It's going to test a lot more. There's lipid panels, thyroid panels. But again, so when you get your blood work done, make sure you're asking specifically what the panel is. Don't just say it's full. A lot of places use that word full, but it's not necessarily full. I'm not even sure how they're getting away with doing that. I know people in ex-military people or people in the military, their blood testing is very basic. They only really test testosterone. They don't really check too many. I know people that are going that way. They're getting testosterone, but they're not getting any of the type of estrogen blockers, and they're having other problems as well because they're not checking for that. So if you get your blood work done and you're not getting a full panel, you could have a slew of problems because, say it's estrogen. If you're only checking testosterone, you want to make your testosterone to this level, that's it. And they're not checking your estrogen. What's going to happen is that estrogen is going to slowly build over time. And what's going to happen when the estrogen gets too high, you can get gyno, which is development of breast tissue in males. So if you see guys with big puffy nipples or kind of soggy or hanging nipples, chances are that's gyno, that's estrogen that they didn't take care of because they didn't get their blood work done to know that that's happening. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. It's going to be slow during time. And a lot of times when men specifically are trained, they want to get a big chest. They just think their chest is growing, but they don't understand it. It's tissue, not breast tissue, not muscle tissue. So that's just one of the side effects of high estrogen. Again, that could be controlled with regulating it through the blood work. I know if you go through Titan Medical like I do, they're going to check your blood work. They're going to make sure your estrogen is on point. If your estrogen is too high, they may give you something like an anastrozole or something like that to control your estrogen. Like it's considered like an estrogen blocker or aromatase inhibitor. But again, huge. I know estrogen is huge. And last thing on estrogen in terms of males dealing with it, because females have estrogen, but they deal with it in a different way because their bodies kind of need it in certain areas. But with male estrogen, it doesn't necessarily, if your estrogen is high, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to have sore nipples. A lot of bodybuilders, they just go off of nipples. Oh, my nipples aren't sore. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. They get their blood work. The estrogen's through the roof. High estrogen could be mood swings. It could be loss of sex drive. It could be body weight. It could be water retention. So if you have water retention, body weight, gaining fat, mood swings, but you're not getting any type of sensitivity in your nipples, that just means that that is not being targeted. So again, side effects aren't just one area and they're not just one person. Again, can be controlled with blood work. Um, Now, blood tests can offer a good snapshot of your overall health. Basically, like I said before, it's kind of like a diagnostic test for your body. You want to know where you're at. If you feel great, if you eat healthy, if you go to the gym, if you don't drink, if you don't smoke, if it seems like you're doing everything the right way in terms of your health, you may get blood work and your blood work still may show that you have something that's off. It may just be something that's occurring in your body naturally. There's nothing you could do about it. Certain women have high testosterone and certain men have high testosterone. Certain men have low T, certain women have low T. even if they're doing everything the right way. Sometimes it's just something within the body. It's not producing enough of something, or it's lacking something. So it's not necessarily how you look. It's not necessarily how you feel, even though that could be a big part of it. Um, so blood work is huge, huge, and blood work is the basic. It's kind of like the door to going with Titan Medical. If you guys, girls, call Titan Medical, if you know about Titan Medical, there are things that you can get through Titan that you don't need blood work for. Um, there's certain, I know ECA. ECA is like, it's kind of like gives you energy. It's kind of like a fat burner, mental clarity, helps lower your blood pressure a little bit. Certain things you don't need blood work, but again, why not just get it just to know where you're at? And it's kind of like the main thing we do here at Titan. You call Titan, you get your blood work done, we know where you're at, then we can direct you in the right path. The reason why we don't press the blood work, but the reason why we kind of like let you know how important it is because we don't want to be treating patients that aren't well, that aren't healthy. So in other words, if you're not getting your blood work done, but you're buying something else, you're going to Titan, you're getting something else from Titan that doesn't require blood work, you may have all these other health problems. So at Titan, we're not just going to take your money and say, hey, yeah, here, I hope this is stuff. We're going to want to make sure you're right. So that's the main reason why the blood work is huge. It's like, I mean, even if it's taking stuff where you don't need it, whether you have kids, whether you're married, whether you want to be healthy for this person, you may be moody. A lot of people are moody. They just think they're just moody. That's just how they are. But they don't know that their blood work or their estrogen or something has been off for 15, 20 years. So they just seem like the typical grumpy old man. But next thing you know, he gets on TRT, he controls his estrogen, he's feeling better about himself, he's in a better mood. So it changes a lot of things. It doesn't just change the way your body looks. Change the way you feel, change the way you sleep, change the way you eat, the way you recover, the way you think, mental clarity, everything. Everything will be controlled the right way. Now, some of the things that Titan Medical that you do need blood work for that is required would be HRT or TRT, any type of testosterone therapy that you do. Um, legally, you're going to need blood work. It's illegal for places just to give you testosterone with no blood work. I don't care how long you've been ordering off of a specific website or this or that. It's illegal to have testosterone in the U.S. without a prescription. So, blood work is required for testosterone therapy. If you're getting any type of testosterone, whether it's in clomiphene or whether it's testosterone cypionate, anything, it's required. Um, Other things blood work will be required for will be pretty much anything that's hormone related. Stuff that's hormone related, whether it could be MK. MK might not specifically need it, but I would recommend it off of blood work too. And that's another thing too. By law or the regulations, you may not need blood work to take a specific therapy or something you're using. And when I say therapy, I'm talking about actual products. So if you hear me say therapy, I'm not talking about actual like massage or deep tissue therapy. What we have our therapies here at Titan Medical will be like Hercules potion. That's a therapy. So it's kind of like the items are different therapies. But again, if you're taking something that doesn't require blood work, don't just take it or don't just not get your blood because it doesn't require it. You still want to know where you're at. Uh, Definitely still want to know where you're at. Don't wait before it's too late. I know a lot of people that are old school. I'm old school myself. But a lot of people that are old school are like, oh, I don't need blood work. I feel fine. I've been doing this way for 20 years. Yeah, but it could hit you quick. Uh, it could hit you quick and hit you fast. So you want to make sure your heart is healthy. You want to make sure your body is healthy, whether you look that way. A lot of people don't look healthy, but they're healthy. So it goes the other way too. See people, he may look unhealthy or she may look unhealthy. You get the blood work, everything could be perfect. So again, coaches go off the mirror. A lot of these bodybuilders you see that are shredded, ripped up, and looking a certain way, they're very unhealthy on paper. They just look great in the mirror. But that could be all be helped again through blood work. You're probably gonna hear me say blood work 100 times today because that's what the show is about. And that's what the deal is. So again, 130 for males, 200 for females on blood work. Um, Now it's the new year. It's the first show of 2026, first actual show of 2026. I can't believe we're in 2026 already. It just seems like it wasn't too long ago. It was my first day coming here at Titan. I mean, it's been years and years and years, but it doesn't seem like it's been that long, even though it has been that long. But again, it's the new year. So now is the perfect time to start out your year the right way. Whether you're cleaning up your diet, whether you're cleaning up your language, whether you're cleaning up your addiction for whatever. You could have an addiction to porn. You could have an addiction to alcohol. You could have an addiction to drugs. You could have an addiction to anything. But now it's the best time to do it. I'm not really a New Year's resolutionist. But again, if you are, why not? If now's the time, if that's what you believe in, just do it now. Get your blood work done now so you know you're at now so you can be healthy for the year. It's pretty much the best way and easiest way. Now, in terms of me, real quick, what I'm doing, the summer's over. I'm probably going to be looking to put on a little bit of weight, clean weight. But you guys know I'm always eating clean. I'm always eating healthy and uh, basically almost like a contest prep diet all the time. So far up 10 pounds, pounded down the food. But it's the winter time, so I'm looking to, gain a little bit more. It's not that serious to be shredded. I mean, I'm still gonna be shredded, but not as shredded.
We're gonna test for things.
But yeah, what are you guys, girls, doing? What are your plans for this year? Is anybody looking to stop working out? I know it sounds crazy, but I always think crazy. I think against the box, like against the grain. A lot of people have New Year's resolutions where they want to start working out or getting healthy or getting in shape. But I also know people that are hardcore bodybuilders that are taking it too far and their health is at risk. So a lot of people, their New Year's resolution is to not only to be in shape, but now stop doing things that are harming their body, doing it the right way, eating clean, working out better, just not taking, damaging stuff to their body. So I heard someone yesterday, I was having a conversation, and he was basically telling me that he's been pushing the supplements, pushing the stuff, pushing the over the counter, under the counter, everything for years and years and years, and it's taking a toll on his body. He hasn't told anybody about it other than the doctor he went to see. But yeah, so his New Year's resolution is to basically just, which is good, come with Titan, do it the Titan way, take everything through Titan, through a medical provider, and be coached the right way and get healthy. So even though he looks great and looks, a certain way, it took a lot for him to come to me and tell me these things that, look, my New Year's resolution is I need to just get healthy. Like, it's not even about what he looks like anymore. So sometimes people want to take it to the extreme. And sometimes the extreme, just going off the mirror. I was that way a while too, just looking at the mirror. It doesn't matter what I did, as long as I look great. Came to Titan, got my blood work done, and I was like, nope, not anymore. So shout out to him for getting his life together. If anybody has any New Year's resolutions, I want to hear about them. I know I'm going to have a bunch of DMs, a bunch of IMs after the show today. Seems like people always want to tune in later, which is understandable. And plus, we do have the podcast. So if you can't tune in right away, or if you're driving, or if you're at work, or if you're working construction, or you got headphones or something, if you want to listen to us, listen to me, or listen to John when he's on with me as well, you could always do that as well. And again, on a lot of those shows, I talk about Titan therapies, Titan products. I talk about health, nutrition. John talks a lot about health and nutrition. John gets into a lot of detail about specifics to what each thing does and the science behind it. He's real good at that. He doesn't just look the part, he knows the part. So shout out to my boy, John. He's not just the owner. He could tell you every product. He could tell you everything. I know a lot of people that own companies, they just own it. They don't know anything. They don't look like the part. So shout out to my boy, John. He looks the part. He knows a lot of stuff. So if you want to tune in, listen to me, listen to him, podcast is always there as well. That's pretty much it for this week. We don't have any events coming up that I know of. I believe we have Cars and Couture. We have Cars and Couture in March, I believe. Cars and Couture is kind of like a fashion show, car show. It's crazy. We bring out the Titan fleet. I'm sure there's plenty of Titan cars out there. Titan has a fleet of them. But yeah, John Shree's always got some good toys pulling up. Good toys pulling up in the parking lot. You never know what they're gonna pull up in. But yeah, Cars and Couture is coming up. And that's going to be the 15th annual. I remember when it was the 10th. But yeah, it's the 15th annual Cars Gala. It's going to be Saturday, February 7th, 6 to 10 p.m. Scarlet Night. Red attire required. I like that look.
Nice.
Red. I like the red. A lot of places always have all black or all white. Red's going to be a good look, especially with the cars and everything. It's going to be a good look. But yep, it's Cars and Couture. It's got the Motor Enclave as well. Motor Enclave is a beautiful facility, 37,000 square feet, cars everywhere. And the Motor Enclave has like individual like houses and townhouses that people can rent or buy. And then they keep the car right there in the garage, and they have the track right there, so they can keep all the toys right there. And it's nuts. And again, as always, it's benefiting Jacobs Foundation. So autism awareness, Jacobs Touch Foundation. If you guys want to donate to Jacobs Touch Foundation, you can hit them up. But again, pretty much all the cars and tours it's Jacobs Touch, which is always good to see. It's always good to see a whole bunch of nice cars and stuff like that. But for a bigger cars, you see stuff like that. So I love seeing that. But yeah, there's gonna be plenty of women out there, plenty of cars, plenty of nice attire, plenty of nice vehicles, plenty of high-end stuff going on. So if you want to come through, even if you're not a car person, it's good to come through. Come through, grab a drink, mingle with people, good way to make connections with business owners and car people and all that stuff. So Cars of Couture, I believe that was February 6th, I believe. Yep. Not sure if we can pull it back real quick. Cars of Couture, February 6th from 6 to 10 at the Motor Enclave, I believe. February 7th, Saturday, February 7th from 6 to 10 p.m. It's Cars of Couture. But that's pretty much it for this week. If we have more events, I'll let you know, or John will let you know next week during the show. Stuff comes up pretty quick. So 1 week may have one event. Next week there could be 5. Well, John likes to add stuff. He makes a decision on if we're going to do stuff pretty quickly. So hopefully we'll get some more events coming up soon. But Cars of Couture it is. I'll be back next week for Tight Lifestyle. I'm Big Dru. John will be back with me if he doesn't have business to hold it down. So yes, I'll see you next week. You can tune in Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, the podcast. I'm all over the place. Just Google Big Dru Tight Lifestyle and you can't miss me. I'll be back next week. Have a safe week. I'm ready to go work out. Let's go.